First match of the baccpaBrawl 159. We've got familiar players, Scissors and Joe Brownie, but unfamiliar characters. Scissors usually on that Angie, and Joe Brownie usually on that Jacko, repping a completely different matchup for us today. I'm baccpack, and I'm joined by the one and only Patriarch Panda.
How we all doing, fellas? And Jesus, baccpack, you put it like best. This is ridiculous. First off, we're seeing Venom. We haven't seen this man since launch, by the way. I think we saw him on the second
even at
tournament
launch, we saw
launch.
one set total. Like this dude Venom is the least represented character in all of baccpaBrawl history.
Real, and you know, Desi got more representation. You gotta think about that. That's crazy. But Venom does have some sauce and is a pretty solid character in terms of being like a mid-low tier. Has some pretty good tools, and when they get started, they're pretty good. You got FD most of the time. And seeing Scissors on the Slayer immediately, does that mean they think they can just bulldoze the Venom? Because I ain't looking like the case.
Yeah, certainly not right now. Doing a great job, Joe Brownie, holding it down with the Venom. And, you know, set plays in Joe Brownie's blood. They don't have to be on Jacko. The Venom's working out just right. And right now, they're going to be chasing. Very nice jump there. Not going to be able to punch the Slayer, but this time around, Slayer going to come out on top. Finds the hit. Stays in. Flips in. No punish there. The tap 5D will connect in the RC for the extension to the wall. Scissors looking good for this round, but still fairly even on the second round.
Oh, good far slash though. Unfortunately, couldn't convert, but that was a nice 2H anti-air, not a 6P. Needing some decent damage and, of course, setup. Unfortunately, couldn't really get anything started, and that is an amazing super. Should be able to set up the pressure.
No, the 5D got pushed out of range there because it was blocked. We'll find the hit with the 2K2D. Cross up into the 2K2D. Wire C ends the pressure right there. And with the cross up, what the heck? Just wow. Absolutely going to scam the round with a held 5D, but now with a positive bonus. Wake up Goldlewis, both players in positive bonus. We are going to see a super from downtown able to block and punish. And Joe Brownie will take game number 1. Now, with Venom, we won't deny it. Venom, 100% win rate today. Pretty good, pretty solid. We do have the rematch on, so we're going to stay in. Oh, never mind, take it back, failed the rematch.
Heading into the second game. Oh, yeah, we are getting the character swap. We do have the Angie Mito, and went for a crazy spin. And we're seeing the Angie RA playing into effect. Now, I can imagine Venom having a difficult time with this, you know, because projectiles is what he does, and spin is very annoying. But so far, Joe Brownie holding their own.
Yeah, of course, as expected, spin being a huge factor in this matchup. Scissors is a very spin-heavy Angie, and I think you're going to get a lot of value from the spin in this matchup specifically, the same way that you would against Jacko as well. But right now, Joe Brownie doing a great job baiting it out, backs off, gets the burst away. Trying to hold on to some space, but eventually gets caught by the Fujin into the overhead. Outspace the 6H, not ready for the punish. We'll get the cross-up lows. Staggers out, gets FD'd away. We'll find the hit on Angie, trying to interact. Not going to happen just there. Into the RC for the extension is the round. Joe Brownie's on fire right now with the Venom.
Nice, certainly. An amazing starting. And now, try the full run-up throw. Call that the glide up, considering they're just floating. Very nice. Goes in and gets a clean hit on the counter. I believe that is 5H or 6H. Don't remember which one. But either or, Joe Brownie capitalizing, gets some solid damage. This is looking all good for the Venom bros.
Way to find the landing there. Able to find a spot to get aggressive. Covers the air with a ping pong ball. Just kidding. I'm trying to trigger Panda. Finds it with a low. And once again, Joe Brownie going to take the game. Goes up 2-0.
What do you mean you try to trigger me, bro?
I just knew, well, in the moment, I'm like, I'm going to make Panda angry. He's going to correct me. And then I'm like, no, but I'm going to look stupid, and I don't want to actually look stupid. So then I ran it back.
Right, okay. See, I thought you were getting into it and playing into
obviously it's a
stereotype. I thought you were playing into the stereotype. The Scottish people like pool.
Oh, I didn't know there was a stereotype.
Oh, yeah, it's a massive one because it's a pub game, you know, for drunks.
Oh.
So,
I just thought you guys were into skirts.
Well, of course. But it does appear, back to the set, Scissors running the offense, going for the Fujin pressure. Now, unfortunately, couldn't get the aerial escape. And now Joe Brownie is completely flipped about. It is corner pressure, and they have a bar. Could set up that super. Ooh. Baited! And just like that, in fact, no. Joe Brownie's not playing Potemkin. Not going to be able to kill.
Yeah, not going to be enough damage there, but certainly in a very winning position. And with that Angie whiff from the fans, we are going to get the 5P to shut out the round. And now we have set point here for Joe Brownie. Venom, the most winning character today. Just looking very, very good. Nice combo, nice pickup. Unfortunately, going to be a drop there. Tries to 2P in, but we will be caught by the spin. This is Angie's opportunity to start the offense. Show what you got. Very nice overhead on the landing there, but it's going to be a backdash, back throw, guilty gear incident. O/OTG.
Ooh.
Very nice landing. We're going to get the immediate splat into the super. Angie, back to the wall. Your winner side life is on the line. What will Scissors do?
Not too sure, but with this corner pressure in lane, Scissors has to play pretty well in the escape. They do have the 2 bars, so it could happen. The burst off the table, Joe Brownie sets up the pool ball, sets up the super, and this is quite nasty. I don't think they can spin in time, and if they can, they gotta be careful.
Ready to spin through that super. Running around. Very nice landing. Needs one more pixel and it'll shut it down. Cross up into the low. The run under was just so nice there. Joe Brownie will take the set 3-0. Not with the Jacko, but with the Venom. On to our second set of the night. Mike Saftig and Crawm. Let me flip the names real quick. We got the Soul Bad Guy, Mike Saftig, versus Crawm. Mike Saftig back from a long hiatus to the baccpaBrawl. Super excited to have them. We've had a severe lack of Soul Bad Guy representation in the baccpaBrawl ever since Saftig has been gone. But we also have Crawm, who's here back from a couple weeks ago, still representing the Unika. And excited to see what they're all about. We are in a winner's side match. Last time they were coming from loser's side, so we are seeing some improvement on that front. And they're doing a great job holding their own against the one and only Mike Saftig. So
they also knocked Kensei down the loser side, so that's one legend. Now you're going on to the next. You could be dubbed Randy Orton, the legend killer, if they keep up this momentum. But who knows? Mike Saftig, again, nasty player, one of the better stalls of any, without a doubt. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think this is a killing combo.
Yeah, absolutely. That far slash counter at starter, really, really nice there. Obviously, you can get that link into the slide and close it out. But Mike Saftig takes the round, but is down for the count when it comes to the burst. We'll see if that comes into play at all here. Crawm going to go for the backdash, tried to mash out, unfortunately caught with the far side once again. Backs off, went for the burst bait combo, dashes in perfect timing, and Mike Saftig, the shimmies are just way too clean. What is this pickup?
That is off of our aerial normal, which is an insane hitbox, by the way. Insane hitbox. This is the main reason why you'll see Unika's use on every jump in, because it's amazing on every jump in. And with 2 interactions, kind of like Soul Bad Guy, has evened up the health.
Mike Saftig got a little greedy there. Did not hit confirm, and they are definitely paying the price. I don't think you're going to give it the burst. Never mind. Mike Saftig. Mike Saftig playing for the win right here, right now. PRC avoided, stays in, 5K, duty, backs off. PRC once again represented. He's denying the challenge. Stays close to the valve here. Jumps in. JS getting FT'd away. Blocks the DP, and that is all she wrote. Mike Saftig takes game number 1. Sometimes the hero burst is really a demon burst.
Oh, you make my heart go. You know, like the edits?
I don't know the edits, actually. What song are we talking about here?
It's only an edit song. Like, nobody's actually listened to it. But my God, what a first match. Mike Saftig's shown why they're one of the veterans, without a doubt. And Crawm, I feel like they were getting their footing, without a doubt. They weren't losing any of the rounds too hard. So the comeback could be on. I think we're... Okay, that was a bit of a late one. But we're heading into the second game here. Yeah, I wish Crawm the best of luck. I hope they do well in this type of bracket. No. I really do.
The 2D anti-air is, that's a solid option for many characters. For Soul Bad Guy, that's more of a flex, because that 2D is not great range-wise. But Mike Saftig certainly knows how to use these buttons. We're going to slide in here. Stays in. Very nice catch in the back dash there with the laser. We're going to do it again. Jumps in with the JS. Pushed away. Just trying to play out this spacing. See how Mike Saftig will commit. Going to go for the cross-up. Into the bandit down. Bar slash staggers. Chase the backdash once again, fights the way out of the corner, but Crawm ultimately caught with the far slash. No confirm, stays plus. PRC, that should be a big punish here for Saftig. 2K starting to the dash up, close slash. Crawm gives up the burst, dashes back in, starts up the offense, caught with the wake up 6P.
Beautiful throw. Able to set up the pressure, gets a jump in, burst off the table. We know Demon Saftig, he's tempted to it every time. Big trade on the DP, and Crawm gets him with a nice air throw, kicking him down, taking a round. That's their first one. And something I find very cool about Unika's gameplay, you can tell it just from Sol also being on the screen. She seems more like a Sol character than a Kai character.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I
I
would
get that
assume
vibe.
she's related to Sol, not Kai.
Well, we're not here to bring up any allegations, okay? But this is
Bro,
not,
that's a star, bro. What are
this
you
is
saying?
not a you are not the father kind of situation.
That is
We're cheering for some
awesome,
guilty
bro.
here, okay, dude? God, Panda. Big jump and finds the counter, and that is the round there. Crawm ties up the set 1-1.
That's wild. I can't believe you said that.
You implied it, no?
You know Desi is Sol's star, right?
I mean, potato, dude.
Bruh. Anyway, I mean, but like the way she plays, it's very Sol-like, right? I mean, look at that. Is
I
that not...
also agree. Yeah, definitely. The gameplay does look very similar.
Nice 5k. I quite like that. Good pickup. Got some decent damage, but well aware of the burst. Crawm didn't give it up, and then we're going back and forth with the approaches. That bar slash for the punish, allowing Saftig to take so much screen space. Corners in play, but DP saying, nah, hold you back.
You know, what's interesting about Sol's archetype, it's probably the most common archetype behind just like regular Shoto. And just like a bruiser, dude. And yet it's so underrepresented in this game. Like, it is just Sol and Unika playing this role. No one else is like the true bruiser like that, you know? Because like the other bruisers have more like gimmicks behind them.
Yeah, you know, Goldlewis, he's got coughing cancels at the CC, you know?
Well, no, that's not a gimmick. That's fundies. I was referring to Goldlewis's gun. That's the gimmick.
Oh, right. It's guns again. Drones again, right.
Well, no, drone is neutral. That's fundies as well. It's just the gun.
Imagine throwing out season 2 drone and just saying that's fundies right there.
Respect my space, brother. A big jump in there. That was a very nice evasive maneuver there. We're going to get the PRC jumping around, and the bandit backs off. And with the shimmy, we will find a killing combo unless we get the burst. There it is. Stays alive. Crawm, fish for a hit, not able to find it there. Blocks the gun flame, does it again. This time gets caught a little bit. Dash in, far slash, not going to connect. But the gun flame will. And so, Crawm will lose this one. Mike Saftig takes the lead, goes up 2-1.
Yeah, we're seeing Crawm utilize some pretty solid DP timings, but like there's got to be a bit more aware, right? You're DPing on the fireball, that's very active. You're going to trade, right? You are going to trade. Oh my god, is that one of the goats? I haven't seen that name
it does lower the hurt box, man. So on those cross-ups, I mean, a lot of these cross-up buttons do rely on hitting like the higher edge of a hitbox, and so if you throw out a low-profile button like Sol 2D, you are going to catch more often than not.
Good shot. Try to approach, keep the ground space going. Nice run under, able to get a solid combo. And just like you've got the corner unlocked, you can rock it with some maybe Arbalest mix-up. Unfortunately, not close enough, and Demon Saftig has escaped.
But can you really escape when Sol Badguy's on the screen? More of a metaphorical question.
Are you really free when Sol Badguy's on screen?
Jump to the 2D! Connects. That's a really good knowledge there, knowing the button-to-button in that situation. We're gonna jump in there. Oh my god. Oh, that dude, if we were a little closer to the corner, that would have been a Mike Saftig combo through and through. We're gonna jump around, avoiding that PRC. We're seeing a lot of with PRCs, and that's because of the super rapid play and pacing of Mike Saftig's game. It's very often they're idling over the opponent, and Crawm is just whiffing a PRC, just giving up meter for nothing.
Yeah, oddly enough, Mike Saftig's been playing a ton of the air game alongside Crawm at times, and so far they've been taking a massive advantage of it. Nice gunflame, that does beat the DP. That's gonna allow for the pickup through the wall. Not a ton of damage, but you've got a bar and you've got positive bonus. Mike Saftig can kill off of one good hit here.
Speaking of good hit, that's exactly what Crawm is gonna find, and Mike Saftig has a decision. Are we gonna need this burst? Goes to the sewer, picks it perfectly. We're gonna trade 1-for-1 of the resources here. RC for the extension. You gotta give it this burst here. It's so much extra damage. But the RC down means this is over with the wild throw. Mike Saftig takes the set 3-1 over Crawm. Sol Badguy looking tough today. First match of top 8 losers side. We've got Presto on the Goldlewis versus Kribby on the Happy Chaos. Now, Kribby plays basically everyone in the cast, and so we might see some character changes throughout this one, but no surprise, Presto, our resident Goldlewis, and we are going to find a really unfortunate back throw on Presto's behalf. We have a good one for Presto. The red, no! Dropped the combo that would have killed, but with every mistake, there's an opportunity to JD your opponent, and that is exactly how I taught Presto to do it. You whiff, you JD. That's the way to do it. And you know what? You don't whiff, you also JD. It's a good button.
with every mistake comes a draw opportunity.
Yep.
That's the way to put it. Oh, that's not going to be enough to kill. Close enough, though. Decent bit of health left. And now Gavin is careful about being chipped out. And that's scary when you're up against the behemoth master like Goldlewis. But able to turn the tides of the super is going to allow them to steal so much momentum back. Because that's positive bonus and a hard knockdown Goldlewis. But super PRC is an option. But a back throw will finish the job, giving Presto that 1-0 lead. Yeah.
On to game number 2. Looks like Gavin gonna whiff there on the far slash. Presto goes to the overhead, jumps back into the JD, gonna stagger back out with the JKs. Far slash, 4-2-6. Very nice jump there from Gavin, but still trying to only jump to get out of the corner. You are gonna be forced to mash at some point. Very nice block and fantastic IB there to push Goldlewis out of the range, but ultimately gets caught, has to give up that burst.
Oh, very nice. Keep the pressure going, but a good backdash on that behemoth. Gavin getting a clever play indeed, allowing them to turn the tides. But again, another 6P. Another good defensive play from Presto. Allow him to take the round.
Yeah, right now this matchup is looking very much as you'd expect when Goldlewis gets in. I mean, Happy Chaos is simply dying. Obviously, a character without many great defensive options. Not the best Abare. Not the best health. So you basically have to guess for your life every single time. Goldlewis is taking a turn, and that's exactly what we're going to see here again. Another Goldlewis turn. Gives up that YRC. That's a universal option you can definitely represent. Jumps in off the hit stun of the bullet. Sets up, wow. Actually going to go for the wall. I don't even remember what it's called. That's how long it's been since I've seen that. Wall slump. There you go. We're going to see the wall slump there. And cop with the back throw. Now, Happy Chaos trapping the back throw. Very nice backdash by Happy Chaos. So because Gavin has a lot of experience on Goldlewis, they know that 486 is backdashable. Just time it and you can get that punish. Or at the very least, get an RPS situation going. Happy Chaos has very favorable buttons in that post backdash situation.
It's something you've genuinely got to clock when you know the character, like every in and out, you know your weaknesses. You've got to play to that advantage. And Gavin is certainly doing that. They're warming up to it as they're on a potential point that they can take here compared to the first match where it just looked brutal. So you're seeing that they're warming up with that knowledge, and with this wall break, it's going to allow for even more pressure. They got the positive bonus, went for run-up throw. That was a very peculiar play. Didn't expect it, but there's the laser. Does it come into effect?
Looks like, went for the burst bait, and unfortunately, Gavin doesn't give it up, and so you're going to get full-on baited, and this round belongs to Gavin. Nice use of the meter there. Gavin obviously representing multiple YRCs in the future. I think we're going to have Presto call out these timings, especially the immediate YRCs. But Gavin holds on to that burst, and it got Presto to just give up that turn for free.
Yeah, and then heading into this match between the two.
We're on game number 3, all tied up 1-1.
It's very interesting that, good tech in the throw. Gavin is starting to make the comeback happen. But I have a feeling Presto's going to be striking back. This is the Panda prediction. Love doing this part. I think Presto takes this match. With this momentum, it's certainly looking very doable.
Yep, big damage. Ending with a super. Obviously very, very good. We're going to dash in here. Goes for the 2P PRC cop of the the JD. It's got so much hit stun. You basically do whatever you want. Goldlewis makes it simple. Lands the 2K. Takes the round. Presto desperately trying to go up 2-1 in the set. Needs one more round to make it happen. But Gavin strikes first in the second round of game number 3.
Yeah, good success for the wall break. Gavin keeping it cool. Does have the bar tension, but interrupted on the shootout. The minigun is stronger than the revolver, apparently. And Presto giving up burst is going to get punished, but missed the shot. RNG!
That is a rough shot. That was actually not an RNG shot because you actually did the hit right before. It was just mistimed.
It was just evil.
It was, basically it was evil. Yeah, no, but
evil shot. Once again, that was a miss shot. Land.
It's a timing thing. It's a rhythm thing when you're trying to do the hits into the immediate guard crush bullet. We're gonna have a rising JH there, but that's not gonna stop. Goldlewis stays in with the PRC. Stays in once again. Tries to go in for the throw. Very nice jumping JP there. Gun not gonna do much there. JD trades, but it's enough to kill. And so we're going to a final round for game number 3.
Now that's interesting. I believe if Presto let the minigun rock out there, because they had the full security, They could have got on a massive advantage position, but they couldn't place it, sadly. But in this round, I don't think it's going to matter, considering the lead that is happening. Oh, they're dead.
Yeah, you're big dead. Built the meter in time. Sometimes one hit is all it's going to take, especially at that spacing. You're just going to get the full-on combo. Very nice combo. And, yeah, Presto takes the lead, goes up 2-1. Question is, do we see a character swap here from Gavin? And it looks like that's exactly what we will see. On to game number 4, Gavin has made the swap on over to Goldlewis, and so we have a Goldlewis mirror on our hands. One of the most fun matchups to watch in this game. Very nice. That was actually a frame kill into the 268. Delayed to call out that backdash very easily. Able to find that hit. Stays in with the Wild Assault. Tried to challenge out afterwards, but Gavin comes out on top as Gavin was plus there.
Oh, Jesus.
Able to break the wall. Does it again with a 248. Not enough to kill, but certainly a great situation. Jumps up. RC to stay in. Very nice opportunity to go for that cross up. Keeps it tight there with the 624. Has the drone. Goes to the 2P. Should recover in time. This is a 1080. And it is, yep, able to block.
An additional bar.
With a goal burst to stop the offense. And now trapped in the corner is Gavin. But the dash in. That OTG is absolutely enough. Really, really nice there. Plus 19 into the dash up strike throw. Closes out the round. Presto is on set point.
I just gotta say, beautiful run from Presto, denying Gavin their momentum there, because they were off. They were off. They were doing so damn well. And now we're heading into the next one. That's a set point
to that victory.
It was. And you've seen that sacrifice kind of affecting them there, as they no longer have that. Do have a deflect shield that they can utilize. Why are they going to use it? And a 268, I think, just kind of spelt your doom. But, you know, Goldlewis, a bit of a tanky fella. I think he's just going to be alive from this 1080.
Yep. So Presto survives, but how do they find a way to stay alive in this specific round? It's going to be an FE in the backdash, but now the laser is coming down. Yeah, got to dash in, try to go for an RPS. But unfortunately, caught with a 2K, and Gavin has one last chance. Must win round to stay alive in the bracket. Presto finds the first knockdown, calls the backdash as well. We're going to get a burst, tries to throw out the drone, loses to the gun. That's the classic RPS post burst in this matchup.
What a JD again as well. You're able to set the pressure, goes low, gets the overhead pickup, pretty nasty 5K into the 684. Gavin just stealing the pace of the set. Needs one more clean hit, tries to bait the super. There's YRC, gets the bait, and would you believe it, backpack? We're getting a game 5 between these two tyrants.
You know, it is poetic there that that game ended with the YRC bait, given that Gavin was so heavily relying on it on Happy Chaos, and now they're just like, yeah, I'm going to bait it. I know what you're going to do, because I was using it too. Yeah, YRC obviously such a strong tool against Goldlewis, but Goldlewis can make that hurt so much if they know you're going for it.
It truly makes the character so damn scary. You play to rest, you play to baits. You're just gonna chunk away the health. And so far, Gavin, with the small interactions they've been getting, has gotten to the point where they need one more solid clean hit. That could do it, but they were looking for burst.
The back end of the 248 connects, trapped in the corner, stays in. That is a dead Presto. Gavin, yeah, no, that was absolutely a hero burst. Not really something you should have done, especially in a spot where your burst is getting OS 90% of the time of the PRC forward there. And now Gavin is on set point, potentially going to make this reverse comeback happen. The Presto strikes first on the round, finds the knockdown, keeps it tight once again. Gavin not respecting these drone knockdowns.
Oh, what a 684. That should be a solid pickup. Presto turning the tides, may have made a foolish play in the last round, but was at least able to take this round confidently. That's going to give us the famed, the infamous final game, final round, double Luigi.
Very exciting to see this set go the distance. It all comes down to this. Loser is out of the bracket, out of the baccpaBrawl 159. Both drones are out. Jumps over. Both players 2B. It's going to be a clash. Stays up with the RC. Whips the jacket. Now we're going to see the 6P frame trap out of the 684. There's a manual delay. 486. Mistimed on the backdash, even with the big backdash. And with this super, should spell a ton of damage, but it is not enough to kill. Gavin is going to have to make the best comeback in 2025 to make this happen. And with this 2P into the knockdown, this could absolutely happen with the BRC. We can get an extended combo all the way to the wall. Goes for the reset. Empty 2P with the challenge out from the 5P means Presto will take this set 3-2.
Heading into our last set of losers top 8, we've got Kensei on the left. Unfortunately, knocked out by Crawm earlier on winner's side, so god damn, Crawm was quite a competitor against them. So they're looking to maybe redeem themselves, maybe get that run back. Who knows? We could be close to it. But they got to beat Redtro, who's a fella that we've not really had on the baccpaBrawl, who's an amazing chip player. Saw them play recently in another tournament, and I can't wait to see how they do in the baccpaBrawl.
This is super interesting for me because I've not watched a single game of Chipp since they added the rope.
Wait, no, you've seen one. You've seen one.
Maybe I've seen one. It's possible I've seen one. If
Maybe
one
two.
entered the baccpaBrawl. No, probably not two. I'm not going to lie, two's out of the question, but maybe I've seen one. Because I feel like we had a Chipp one time within the last 6 months in the baccpaBrawl. But regardless, we're going to see the rope in play. Excited to see what this Chipp is all about. Right now, looking very, very strong. Keep in mind, before we just move on with this is Kensei we're talking about. Kensei won recently, one of the strongest Kai players that exists in the NA scene. Obviously, super winning player in the baccpaBrawl. And Redtro about to take the round with a perfect.
Kind of striking at one of the best players, letting them know boss right now after that round. But we're seeing this round kind of being the trade potential. Jeez, look at that. But at the end of the day, the person who will be benefiting from the trades the most is Kai. Chipp is made of paper. You slash him once, he's going to cut in half. And you're seeing that health bar is dissipating, man. Jeez.
Yeah, the health bar, before you know it, it's just gone. That's just kind of how it goes when you accept the life of a Chipp player. You don't have many mistakes to make before you lose the round. But fortunately, you have a lot of tools to kind of play around that. You have a lot of high committal options that put you in the game. Really strong win condition. Of course, a reversal as well.
Yeah, and just like that, Redtro is going to be going up 1-0 in the set of a clean sense and Rogan. That's super, by the way, backpack. I don't know if you know. They made a big change to it. So it always does a minimum of 50% in terms of scaling. So it's pretty good. Oh,
nice. So that's probably great to the combo game of Chipp then, especially after a really long skilled combo.
Yes.
Great back dash in the back throw here for Redtro. OTG stays in with the rope. We're going to see it used as a mix-up option this time around. Very nice combo to the wall, and that right. Oh, okay. I think we're about to see a 50% bombo.
Jesus. Yeah, that's the thing with Chipp. Can surprisingly do a good chunk of damage. Does have to work for it, to be fair. Needs a rope and needs a counter hit. But when those two things are aligned, you can see some good damage. Or a bar. That's the other one. Not going to kill, though. Very close from taking another round off Kensei.
Nice spacing here from Kensei. Holding off the ninja with a far slash. Very nice 2K2D, stopping the approach. It can be so difficult to stop Chipp from approaching you. That speed, just so tough. Even if you have strong buttons like Kai, it can still be very difficult to time with the approach of Chipp. Right now, it's going to be a PRC, far slash, avoided, jump back in, PRC, and just goes to the raw DP. Honestly, surprising we didn't see a DP from both sides there. Like, it wasn't actually certain who had advantage there after that PRC, and that's why we saw a PRC into a DP, really rare to see. Very nice punish.
Oh, how sick would it have we seen if we got to see a DP clash? That's all I'm saying. I don't think we've seen one, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no, because really the timing never works out, because in most situations, DP's only good for one player. You know?
This is true. This is beyond true. And now we're continuing on. We're tied up a little bit here, and this person will break away. Oh wait, whoever wins this could end up getting a 2-0 lead. I thought we were 1-1 for a sec. Could get a 2-0 lead, or Kensei can bring it back. Tie is 1-1, and so far Kensei certainly putting in the work, getting some decent hits, and that is a powerful one. But it's about being burst backpack. Oh.
No burst bait. Oh, dude, what a 5K. Once again, dash in 2K. Very close to closing out this round. Redtro would have to play perfectly, but just stops the approach. Once again, right now, Kensei is a brick wall.
Without a doubt, in that round, you just saw it. Held the ground, denied the approach, get the kill. Now we're heading into the next one. Redtro probably wanted to steal back the momentum again like they did last time. But it does feel a bit awkward playing against a walling Kai. I can imagine it. Like those JSs, those far slashes are deadly. Redtro, my god, already getting a wall break.
Plus frames, dash in for the strike throw, but Kai not having it. Just going to DP out of it. Jumping around, going to be a 2. Wow, from downtown. Super insane trade that we're going to find there when the follow-up. Follow-up 2H there. into the classic wall splat combo. Super, is it enough? I think it might be.
Oh, absolutely. He's got another bar, so if this doesn't kill, watch it well. Again, minimum 50%. If that super didn't kill, that bar was there for the wall break. Ooh. Whoa, the trade. But not a favorable one. Redtro still lower on the health, but that 5k on the approach is certainly allowed for the pressure to start. But a far slash poke right back at you from Kensei, trying to get in. But the backdash from Redtro, this game is being played at breakneck speed right now.
Yeah. It's really difficult keeping up with the pace right now of Chipp, who's truly flying around the screen, representing all sorts of options. But somehow, through all the madness, Kensei is here playing a really disciplined game.
Ooh.
Once again, just spacing trapped. And after that whiff DP, you're going to have to give that burst. Redtro in a pretty tough spot here. Does have a bar and a half to work with, but ultimately caught by the Scum Dipper into the PRC. That is the round.
I like how that is just his name, isn't it? It's Scum Dipper.
Yeah. No, they
just
might as well.
Dipper.
We had a mod to just edit the move list.
He goes like Scum Dipper, but like in a really monotone voice. That would go crazy. Oh, look at the damage! Oi, the air yeet. That's bad. You're stuck in the corner. You just need to defend. And the stagger pressures are on. Looking for an opportunity to open them up. But Redtro trying to play at their space, trying to go in and out. But every time they do it, Kensei checks the shins.
Kensei goes up 2-1. Redtro having a really hard time finding a way in. So far, their best approach has been through the rope and neutral, which is, speak of the devil, exactly what we're going to see once again. Now, the rope provides a lot of opportunity for Chipp to play around and mess with the anti-air timing of Kensei, who's obviously a veteran of the neutral, super good at the anti-airs, but even Kensei on a good character for these kinds of approaches, it's very difficult to do. It's very, very difficult.
Oh my
Fantastic
God.
bait in the burst there, and we're going to get some good damage. Not the best, but Redtro finally finds a way out, and it's still anybody's round.
Good blocks. Not getting caught. Good 5p on the approach. Surprised we're not using a bit of meat. You know, kind of going for the RC immediately, but it's actually pretty good as they're able to turn the tide, send you through the wall, and the health is basically neck and neck, but the resources are not, and Kensei's going to be able to capitalize off them, but unfortunately drop the combo.
Yeah, not something you usually see from Kensei, but will they have to pay the price? Nope, not this time. Match out the 2p, takes the round, and Kensei is now on set point.
That price is still to be paid, backpack. That price is still to be paid, my man. Oi, nice bar slash. The 6H, what a pickup. But no, burst off the table. Well played from Redtro, but that health is so low. On set point, this is only stressful from here out. One hit equals death.
Has to play perfectly. Utilizing dash blocks instead of dashing him with a button, so that way when Kensei tries to stuff it, you'll be ready with the block. Hefting out of the range. Tries to challenge out with a far slash, but Kensei's spacing was just too powerful. Takes the round with a perfect Kensei. Will take the set 3-1. Kensei versus Scissors. We've got the Kai, we've got the Angie. Note that Scissors not going to start on Slayer this time around. Not going to start any character besides the main. Because 9 out of 10 times, you're going to see Scissors on that Angie. And that's what we're going to see.
That sounded off. That sounded so off.
Well, Panda, you see that part wasn't in the recording. And so now you're confusing YouTube viewers.
Well, I am, but like there was a challenge, okay, that the YouTube viewers don't need to know about.
Well, no,
and I'm just saying that sounded off.
Okay, thank you.
Like if I said 9 times out of 10, it sounds perfect. When you say it, I don't know, maybe I'm a hater.
What if I just said 90% of the time this DP is going to connect here? That's saying the same
fine.
thing.
That's fine, but like I'm talking about the same.
You don't like 9 times out of 10. You don't think that sounds correct?
No. You said 9 out of 10 times, which sounds off.
Well, you can say it either way. It doesn't make a difference.
It
We're
could.
gonna have an empty land to throw though, and Scissors going to take the round. I feel bad for
9
YouTube
times out of 10,
to us.
they don't tech that throw.
Well, I do.
What an odd bet to start.
Yeah, no, this is strange. This is strange, but we have a whiff DP, and that's going to recalibrate both of us. And so, Scissors spins to the projectile, ready for another one, just trying to dash block. Ultimately spins through once again. PRC under, goes to the JD, stalls, blocks in time, and Kensei continuously starting up the offense. This time we're going to find Scissors with the overhead. Flips back in, close slash avoided, challenge out with a 6P. Kensei now trapped in the corner. Actually, she's going to go straight into that super, which she'll be able to break the wall here and get that positive bonus here for Scissors.
Yeah, it was very good damage. Able to set up for the throw, and with the meter, you're able to kill, but Burst is on the table. Well placed. I'm surprised Scissors didn't use an RC read, but it ain't going to matter. You get the fish, you get the kill. They're going to go up 1-0.
And I feel like if they just... that situation, because if you... Like...
Yeah.
When you've played a character enough, you can do the combos without looking, and so you should be staring at the RC, or sorry, in this case, the burst gauge of the other opponent, and then just the second they get it, you just RC forward, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just kind of shocked that 2 and 2 didn't get put together, but you know what? At the end of the day, you still came across the answer 4 after getting a good spin into the fish, right?
That is true.
Pretty nasty.
Spin into the fish. Yep, that is what we always say. Do you have that figure of speech over there in Scotland?
No, not at all.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is that figure of speech over there?
Yeah, of course.
Into the fish?
Spinning the fish? Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. Some of that sounds off.
I'm up late at night spinning the fish. I mean...
Yeah, I'm just straight spinning the fish, bro.
We're on the same wavelength here. We're going to have a dash and 6P here. Nice pickup.
Oh, very nice.
Keeps the combo light. Wants to just guarantee that positive bonus as soon as possible while dealing a little chunky 50%, which we do respect. Jumps back in.
Ooh.
We are going to have the FD and the DP there on the jump in. Finds it with the Scum Dipper. Hop up for the pickup. Now Kai is unable to get that wall break there the same way that Angie was able to earlier. Just doesn't have the tools for it, but does find another hit with the Scum Dipper. Breaks the wall. Both players now have a positive bonus apiece, but it is Angie with the 2 bars that are usable.
Oh! That was a very good run under from Kensei. But Burst has been giving up from Scissors, and I understand why they've done this. They feel like they're confident that they can take the round, and if they push Kensei to the edge, they'll at least use Burst. So at the end of the day, they'll have the Burst that, what's the word I'm looking for?
Disintegrate.
No.
Disenfranchise.
No. Deficit.
Deplorable.
That's it. That took me a moment. They'll have the burst deficit. So even though they lost that round and gave up burst, they've still got the lead in terms of burst. In terms of health, they don't have it. They do not have it. Oh! Beautiful 2S. Solid damage being dealt, and look at that nice air bomb, Bo. 60%, maybe 70.
Throw, and very nice there. That's why you throw PRC, man. Able to react in time there to go for the 6P, beat 5K outright. And now from this momentum, space out into the far slash, force the burst out here from Scissors. Scissors sitting here with 2 bars, but it doesn't matter. Caught with the Scum Dipper. That is not the round as yet. Not closer for the wall for that combo. We are going to get the bait on the YRC into the far slash, and Kensei will take the game. Now,
probably feeling like
was that game number 1? Because I feel like I
movements.
didn't update the scoreboard. There's no way that was all one game, right?
That was all one game?
No shot. That was a 45-minute game.
I am not messing with you. I'm not messing with you whatsoever. That was game 1.
Can someone in chat confirm that was a one game?
That was indeed one game. But I think we're going to get a character swap.
On to game number 3, we're all tied up 1-1. Of course, we were trolling when we said that was all one game. Because under no other circumstance would be wrong. So.
Well, I thought it was a 0 because I was spending my fish.
Yeah, no, he was busy spinning his fish, and I got caught up because he has cams on, and I was also watching the fish being spun. But we're good now.
Bro, you made that sound zesty as hell, god.
I don't know what you mean by that, but we only got 1 spin, and we only got 1 fish now here on the screen. We also have a bird and a butterfly and a wall break for Angie here. That will be the round, yeah.
Yeah, so Scissors, after that little bit of after a wee bit of a break there, we're trying everything, sorry. They're already feeling the momentum, and with this knockdown, they've set up the butterfly, tried to approach, gets the close slash, unfortunately a trade, but that 6P making up for that close slash catch they got earlier. The damage is dished, and now Kensei's in a bit of a predicament. Health is low, and burst is still there. There's not really many good places to use it. Oh.
Hard to say you're in a predicament, though, when you have your opponent trapped in the corner and force them to get a burst. Spins to the projectile, now ready for the other one, but Yeah, that right there is a pattern in Scissors' gameplay where I feel like you can definitely feel that one out. As Kensei, every other time they've gone for multiple projectiles in a row, Angie will dash up and then spin. This time Kensei was ready for it, dashed up throw, turned that momentum into a round win.
Why? No, this is actually pretty good. Staggering away, going good close slash punish on the Scum Dipper, but unfortunately, very well placed burst, denying any combo afterward. And Kensei is certainly holding on to that momentum. They may be taking a couple of hits here and there, but I can imagine them striking right back very quickly. Oh, but the overhead connected.
Yeah, overhead's looking strong here. This time goes to the low, not going to fall for it. PRC in the face of the opponent, but that's going to get you back thrown. Kensei rising up with the JS, goes to the double jump, finds the hit, goes to the burst bait, not going to work. Traded. Tech.
Wow.
Still alive.
Oh,
Scissors goes to the empty land to be punished. Knockdown. No! Tries to get the punish on the deflect, but does not find the timing, and so Kensei gets out for free.
Jesus.
Or do you?
Jesus.
Kensei is dead.
Yeah, and Scissors going to go up 2-1 off of some very, very tense plays. Going for the spin into the parry super. Could have got them killed, but because of Kensei being aware of how active that super is, they played patiently. That was the play. I respect that. Unfortunately, Scissors, it's up 2-1, and you may pay for not punishing that. Oh, yay!
I don't blame anyone for not punishing Angie. It's a tough character to punish.
It's insanely difficult, right? Like, bro, they got parry super, bro. You up by 1 frame, you know they mashing that. And Scissors, one more round to go.
This is the opportunity for Scissors to shut it down. Both players going to be outspaced on each other, so we're not going to need a punish there. But Scissors ultimately finds a hit, takes it all the way to the corner, clears about 45%. Now Kensei in a do or die situation, lose this round means you are out of the tournament. Dash up, 6P, PRC to stay in. Unfortunately, did not get that red RC for the confirm. Backs off, far slash on the 6H punish. A double wild assault, that is a very resource heavy combo, but at the very least, we are going to get that positive bonus and wall break.
Try approach with the Fujin. Good backdashes from Kensei. Unfortunately, that's made them give up a good bit of spaces in their corner, but the Scum Dipper denying. Good burst from Scissors. That's allowed them to take the corner yet again. But what a poke out yet again from Kensei. Stealing the lead, needs 1 clean hit to start the comeback, but these spins are a threat. They've got to go for a grab read, and they went for it. Check, clever play from Scissors.
6P stays in with the code, backs off, 5K starter, and that right there is the round. That right there was the set for Scissors, who takes it 3-1 over Kensei. Final match of top 6 loser side. Panda gently whispering into my ears. We've got Crawm, Unika, Presto, Goldlewis, Battle of the Bruisers. Once again, we were talking about bruiser matchups. We said someone like Soul Goldlewis or even Potemkin Goldlewis can be super, super fun, but we got the next best thing. We got Unika on the screen up against my boy Goldlewis. Unika tries to over-aggress the throw. Not going to work there. We're going to get the JH for the cross-up. RC4, 268. Big damage. Obviously not going to be enough.
Yeah, already a pretty good run. Beautiful 5H into the full pickup. And they can set up the weapon-free super, but when you're up against 2 bars a meter, you need a grounded hit. I don't think we're going to see it. And it's a fortunate whip.
Oh, no! It's so disrespectful going for the held 5D when the tap 5D was enough. So disrespectful.
It's so evil, bro. Because like he's also hiding himself because you're kind of focused on the laser.
Yeah. You're absolutely looking at when the laser connects with you, and you're trying to time your jump on it a lot of the time because you don't want to actually be locked in.
And that charge 5D goes from 28 frames to 15, you know?
Lots of blocks. Opportunities here for Goldlewis. Finds it with the 268. Once again goes for it, and at this point, you definitely could have killed, or at least gotten the burst out on one of these times. 684 out. Yeah, unfortunate. And now because Crawm didn't have to give this burst defensively, they can potentially use it as a wild assault offensively. We're going to hit the YRC there, dash him with the 2P into the dash up throw. Tick throw is enough. Presto goes up 1-0.
And they didn't get to use any of their burst there, so you know you're kind of like losing that with the feeling of like a little bit of regret, like, I could have did something. But, you know, as well as memory of
Well,
a
they got value
goldfish.
from the burst just by holding it. By holding it, they had some options that they could represent, even if they didn't actually come out.
Sure. But, you know, you would be kicking yourself a wee bit. But I'm trying to say, mentality of a goldfish, move on and try to adapt a wee bit from that situation. And so far, we're looking pretty good. Crawm running the offense, but the aerial behemoth from Presto just flies in. And they've got the corner locked. This is brutal for Crawm.
YRC comes out into the power slash, and yeah, that was disrespectful. Super will come out there taking the round. Goldlewis one step closer to going up 2-0.
It's such a clever play if you want a guaranteed turn, because all you have to do is just use the bar if they blocked it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to go wrong with that play. Oh,
try to jump with the
forward
forward 6, but that is way too greedy. Going to put the hurt box right in front of the opponent there, 6-8-4. We're seeing a lot of this option, by the way, from Presto, and people are falling for it.
Wait,
Presto gets a knockdown. They set up the drone, and then they 6-2-4 or 6-8-4. And it's catching a lot of opponents, but really all you have to do is block that 6-8-4. Clearly, you cannot backdash it, and you cannot jump it, but players keep trying, and it is not working.
Yeah, players with an active defense will certainly get caught by that type of play. And, you know, it's kind of hard to read at times, because I'd say unreactable behemoths, so I can understand, like you're trying to be active, try to make a prediction. But in those moments, you're correct in saying just block it out sometimes. You don't need to be so active, but what a round from Crawm, holding the space. They only need one more hit, going for the shots, showing they have a gun of their own. Except there's the goddamn laser.
That's what I'm talking about. That JD, that's what I'm talking about. Goes to the crosser there. Does not commit the meter, but should be able to go for the laser.
Bang.
But tried to back off, ultimately caught by the gun. Crawm ties up the set 1-1. Now, Presto probably should have used that meter, not only to get the connection, like if it had hit, then they could have continued the combo with the RC, but also staying in afterwards is super important. Instead, they wanted to back off and set up the laser for a better turn, which is greedy because we know Crawm is the type of player to represent that gun to stop that option from ever coming out.
Yeah, this is true. We've seen that it can certainly work out, but what a skyfish. Beautiful 2H into the RC, 11 for the pickup. I think, no, that's not going to be one. The kill goal, very tanky fella, and when bar in the bag, you can't kill. And you've just got to play neutral again.
Yeah, missed timing on the 8-6-2 there, and it didn't even matter because your opponent went for the DP and got you anyways. That is the issue with going for these slower behemoths on Wake Up, because they absolutely can react, especially if you're trying to frame kill it, because you're effectively adding startup to a move. Obviously, you could do nothing and then bait it out, but that's all part of the mind game.
That is a part of the mind game. Oh, beautiful JS into pick up. Presto has the bar to work with. They're not going to use it in the conversion. Probably on the bait here. That's the DP whiff to punish it. You need block it, then crouch the explosion.
Bye-bye.
And Presto, with that knowledge, able to get as much damage as possible, taking that round. And they may have that burst deficit. It is against, but you know they're playing very well right now.
Try to go for the run up into the neutral hop, but unfortunately, Goldlewis 5P hits really high up, and so will the JS there, pick up with the drone, and once again chooses not to continue the combo, likely because they wanted to go for a burst bait. But Presto going for these consistent burst baits has cost them a couple of winning situations.
Good blocks. YRC, clever play, going for the approach with the bar slash. Jumps over the minigun, allow for a solid pickup. They do have the burst as well. So while this all could come into play if they really need it. But no, they don't. And now they need one more hit. But yeah, back to neutral with the big man. One more interaction, they get it with a GS. Crawm with a 2-1 lead against Presto. Only needed one more match, baccpack. We could be saying goodbye to another Goldlewis brother.
This is true. You know, Crawm, those last like 4 or 5 hits were all from aerial hits. So at this point, we need to see some adaptation from Presto, throwing out more 6-8-4s, more air-to-air options like JS's, JDs, and things will go better their way, or dash up 5Ps even. I mean, all these options are going to pull Unika out of the sky. The Yoinky Sploinky, absolutely an option.
Boy, decent pickup. Does have a bar to work with, so they made that overhead very safe. Could have got a pickup if it hit, and that was just some disgusting pressure. Ran it from there, had the bar to work with, and Presto was just in an awful defense situation where it was hard to guess. And just at his set point, Crawm can continue that momentum. Already gets the wall break, already has positive bonus. And this doesn't look good.
Uh-oh. Yeah, God had to give it that burst there. Drone will cover the landing, so we are going to need a knockdown here. Good damage. Dash in, 2P, 2K2D, not going to combo, and in fact, that hit just going to cost you because you committed and Crawm committed the super, so they got you there. But Goldlewis claps back to the super of their own. Crawm does have burst. Neither player is going to have meter, tries to hold on to the space, gets a little too aggressive. Crawm pushing Goldlewis away. Presto with the bar, so if you give Goldlewis too much space, laser will certainly come out. So I think you want to stay really aggressive here while potentially baiting out a super, but we are going to find the hit there, and that should absolutely be enough. Didn't even need to use the bar in the back. Presto with a much-needed round.
Very still set point, though. So Crawm could continue to be a bit of a bulldozer, but we're seeing Presto actually turn the tides a bit. They're getting the round start. That's been the common practice so far. But Presto, with this round start, it's a dominating force. They only really need one more clean hit, but they gotta bait the burst. That is the factor right now.
That's the issue. The burst baiting is the issue because Presto keeps finding these hits, and because they are trying to get their opponent's burst, they are giving up winning situations. There are times where, yes, you can go for burst baits, but most of the time your default should be to force your opponent to give up burst. Because when you drop your combo to burst bait, you're effectively giving them a free burst.
And then, God, I was being stupid. I was having a moment there. I'm like, what's this character's name again? But here's the thing, Crawm, we are still tied 2-2. They still have an opportunity to deny Presto because, like, they had the momentum for a solid, like, 3 rounds straight. And I feel like Presto starting to warm up to Unika. We gotta keep in mind, Unika's fairly new as well.
Yeah.
So all the knowledge isn't all there. This is nice.
PRC, very unfortunate there. We're gonna hit the DB for the anti-air. Throwing out the lasers, that's going to stop the drone, as well as deplete that security gauge. Crawm stays aggressive, finds the hit, needs one more to close it out. 2P into the JD YRC to keep Goldlewis tight, and I'm going to die.
He's got it and go BRB. Whatever, we're back into it. What a 5H solid pickup. And Crawm is already off the races, has the round, keep the pressure going. Sends you through the wall. Crawm needs maybe 2 more interactions. 1 clean, 1 could kill. But the White Wild Assault holding it down. Starts the pressure. YRC deny. YRC to deny. Good read on this grab. Went for the jump out. Perfect play indeed. Back into it. Should be able to pick up. I think this is death. It certainly is. And Crawm is knocked Presto out of the bracket. Sad to see a Goldlewis brother go. But Crawm will be heading in loser semis with a solid Unika. Heading into winners finals, I didn't think I'd ever say this, but we have a Venom versus a Soul Badguy. Insane in the modern era. We got Joe Brownie and Demon Saftig. This is going to be an absolute treat, backpack.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a super exciting matchup. Obviously a matchup you're not often going to see in tournament play because Venom's certainly not going to be there. I mean, even Soul Badguy nowadays is not your most common character. And so we have a bit of an anomaly in front of us, but one thing is for sure, both these players deserve to be here. They've played phenomenally all day, and you know what? I think we get to bask in the fruits of their labor and just enjoy a really, really cool matchup.
Nice, clean hit. Close slash, far slash, close slash, went for the stagger, big trade, allowing Joe Brownie to stay alive there. If they got hit by that, that was death. And now they got the bar. What an air throw. This is actually dominating for Joe Brownie. They can win this if they use the meter, but they're not utilizing it. They're not letting the super rock, and Demon Saftig is on Demon time with those DPs to steal it back.
Mike Saftig shuts down that last round. Joe Brownie not going to lose composure. Has to down back, and unfortunately went for the backdash. Could not go for it. Goes for the 5H. Counter hit. Successful. Jumps back in. As the ball is set up, not going to work. Flies back in. Saftig once again able to block it all. This time gives up the burst off the first hit.
Oh, Bandit to bring bar slash into the pressure with the 5 near. Decides to back up with the JD. Gets a left punish with the bar slash. You're about to lose a whole lot of life at the heavy mob cemetery. Is that death? Close enough.
Not gonna be enough there. We are gonna hit the wire. C plays the spacing game. Set to the ball. Saftig gets really aggressive with the ID in. Yet consistently trying to play in the air. Just wants to avoid the set play altogether. But Joe Brownie certainly has a game plan around that. Unfortunately, though, caught by the end of the bringer. And so, Mike Saftig goes up 2-0, I believe. No? Or is that 1-0? I think it's 1.
Anyway, yeah, no, that is 1-0. 1-0.
Okay.
We've only had one game, and it's been absolutely amazing. So, but Demon Saftig trialed the ground, good jump over. Joe Brownie just shooting away with the projectiles and might approach it for success. Doesn't combo into Charge Wild Assault, sadly, but you do have the corner, and you can steal it back. Oh, but you put yourself in the corner. Oh, but you stole it right back. The battle of positioning is on screen, and it's allowed for the situation for Mike Saftig to cash out, get some solid damage, and they're in the range, without a doubt.
2B staggers. Sides of the gun, flame, not going to be there. Bar slash, 5H, backdash. Negative penalty potentially here. No, going to stay aggressive, and after the whiff aerial throw, we are going to get a punish there. Mike Saftig, or not Mike Saftig, Joe Brownie staying aggressive, ultimately caught by the DP, finds it with the back throw. Mike Saftig running in, trapped in the corner right now, burst baited successfully, and Joe Brownie going to take the round.
Beautiful indeed. Joe Brownie wanted to strike back after all that. Bar slash, keeping them at bay, good denial of the gun flame. Bandit Bringer getting Demon Saftig to try to chase to get into Joe Brownie's space, but Joe Brownie with amazing denial, amazing checks right now, the 2Ds, the 2Ps, and the 2Ks, certainly able to hold the ground. Again, another beautiful check with 5K that.
Mike Saftig staying with their patterns of aggression, pattern of jumping in with bandit bringers, pattern of heavy usage of the DPs, and Joe Brownie's catching on.
Ooh, one more hit's needed. No denial on the aerial approach, and Mike Saftig able to run the stagger pressure, but Joe Brownie has a bar. Keep in mind, Venom has one air throw. Jesus. 1-1.
We are all tied up. That was just a really glorious aerial back throw there. And we're back to round start. Game number 3, fighting for the lead in the set. 2D, perfect execution there by Mike Saftig. Stays in the Wild Assault. 2S, 5H, knockdown, OTG. Plays that spaced out 5H. 5P for the, wow, really nice anti-air there. Able to get that wall break. Not going to be a ton of extra damage, but it is enough. Joe Brownie down to the last 40%. Caught with the anti-air as well. Getting FD'd away, not going to matter. This round is over. Oh, I take it back.
Oh, Jesus.
Mess with the
it could have been.
Mess with the RC as well. And Joe Brownie's still alive. How funny would it be if Joe Brownie came back in this round?
It could potentially happen, but we're talking like an unparalleled game of just peak snowballing, and Mike Saftig is a denier of it. He's going to find a hit randomly, or he's going to find a calculated. At the end of the day, he's going to get the hit, and he takes it around DP. And I was going to say something earlier, which I neglected to say. Even if Venom has 2 bars of meter, he has this massive problem, which is no iframe super. So if they get stuck in the corner and they're sitting on 2 bars, they have to gamble for YRC, like Zato. Yeah. Oh. Nice, sends you through.
Back to the round start situation. We get the 5Ps. Not going to be able to get any real reward off of that. Goes for the super, set play super from neutral. Mike Saftig jumps around, avoids it. Great blocks all around. Big anti-air there. Jumps over the Fafnir. Starts with the offense once again. Unable to set anything up. We are going to do the PRC forward into the back throw. And the OTG is enough. Joe Brownie getting closer to tying up the set. Actually, we're tied up right now, right? 1-1?
Yeah, we're tied 1-1.
Okay, then close it up. Taking the lead in the set. I doubted myself for a second. For some reason, I thought Mike Saftig was
never doubt yourself.
Rolling. I really shouldn't. I really should.
Oh,
that was an interesting
gold
play.
bars.
We are going to get a gold burst there, an aggressive gold burst, which was designed to catch Mike Saftig trying to take a turn back, but it didn't look like Mike Saftig knew that it was their turn. It was a bit of a scramble. Jumps over, double backdash, covering the space there with a big pool Q. Is that what that's called? The stick?
Yeah, that's the pill cure, huh?
So you would know.
Oh, yeah. What's that mean? Oh my god, the screen carry.
That was gross. Just played off the ball like Goldlewis drone, you know, just big old projectile, run past the block stun, dash in, throw, lock it down. Joe Brownie goes up 2-1.
Chat, what did he mean by this?
Well, you said your people love balls. No?
My people?
Your people.
My people?
Love the billiards. You call it billiards or pool? Is there a distinction
snooker
there?
or pool, those are the two games.
What do you say?
Snooker or pool, those are the games you play. Aye.
I've never heard of that one.
It's like a simpler version of pool.
How does it get simpler than pool?
Well, there's one where it's separated between the two colors, right?
Yep.
And then all you gotta do is put your color, and then put away the black one. Right, that's it. That sounds so off. And then the normal game is a point-based one, where it's about deleting every other ball and then leaving the black one for last, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. No, that checks out. So, Mike Saftig trying to tie up the set. And unfortunately, right now, just not really having an opportunity as Joe Brownie shuts it down. Doing a great job in the zoning game plan. Like Saftig tries to chase to the far slash, not going to work there. Balls are a-flying. Ready for the reverse anti-air. Sets it up once again. Mike Saftig trying to go for some dash blocks. This time, caught with a counter hit. And here we are once again back in another set play situation. Trying to cover the air. This time will connect.
Nice.
Should be a pickup. And Joe Brownie takes the round, is now on set point.
Yeah, it's insane what that super does. That super is basically like a weaker Gigantor Kai. It's really good.
I was about to ask you if you think it's better, but I don't think any super is better than Gigantor.
Honestly, you want to know the problem with it? It loses to Gigantor Kai. Like, as soon as Potemkin puts it out, it just deletes it.
I mean, as expected of a top tier.
Yep.
Strictly better. Backdash into the 2K. Finds the knockdown, sets to the ball. This time, okay. Great defense there from Mike Saftig, who whiffs there, stays him the PRC, goes for a bit of a shimmy. PRC right back at you into the back throw. That is some quick thinking there by Joe Brownie.
Come on, grab. Oh, in fact, I just clocked that. You've probably never seen the command grab.
I've never once seen the command grab.
He turns them into a pill ball, and you can hit them anywhere.
Why use the command grab?
As a way to open up the opponent, and with the pill ball, you can command grab them for a free-form combo.
Oh, okay. So you can get some extra damage potentially in the setup. Working the piercing perfectly, Tom of the burst! And that's it. Joe Brownie is going to take winners finals 3-1, and we have a Venom in grand finals. Losers semifinals, we've got Scissors on the Angie and Crawm back on the Unika. Another example of a bit of a brawler matchup.
A wee bit,
it has been a bit of a brawler brawl today.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's just
who's not correct. A brawler? Oh, just Venom.
Venom.
Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. Kai, I guess. He's a bit more of a brawler, I guess.
Everyone else though has been a brawler. Very interesting. Surprisingly, not super popular archetype in Guilty Gear. But yeah, really nice round there from Unika. Stayed aggressive. Very convincing first round.
Ooh, a bit of patience. Nice throw on the spin. And Crawm seems extremely aware of how to fight Angie. And I'm like, this awareness doesn't come from like just fighting them in tower. This awareness comes if the opponent you're fighting is usually like you have a ton of knowledge against Angie. We're talking like training with Angies constantly, or you played them before. Because they are just seeming so aware of how to fight Scissors right now. It's kind of ridiculous.
Double jump, immediate into the gun. That is a perfect. And Crawm will take game number 1 off the back of that read. I don't have info on who Crawm played before Unika. Perhaps it's Angie? That's possible.
Perhaps. You know what, let me hop on the rating update. We can find it through there. And I swear down, this profile is going to be private like everybody else. I'm telling you. Oh, nice.
Am I on there?
Good pickup.
Tell me how good I am.
Yeah, you are, but like, it has nothing on it, bro.
It has not played in 4 years.
Yeah, pretty much. Plays casual on the get-go here and there.
Oh, my nice. Park MMR.
Yeah, I beat that Panda fella like once. Oh, they were a Sin main.
Sin player, that checks out too.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Why are they so educated financially then? Because they're looking fantastic right now in this set.
From one broken DLC character to another.
Is Unika broken?
In my eyes, she's broken my heart.
Bruv. What is Blood saying? Oh, what a pickup. Should be able to send them through the wall with the super. Spinning the fans. Solid 55% chunk, and just like that, you should be able to run the offense. Has the bar to work with, but Crawm uses it for the YRC and decides to strike back, get a full combo. My lord, going left, right with those jump-ins.
Saves him with the butterfly, and the bird finds the hit. I don't think he burst here. Yeah, just getting caught with the super. Hold it. Take the round. We're going to a final round in game number 2. Super important round. Crawm will have that burst advantage. Round start going to be huge here. Dash in, finds the counter hit. It's a great start here for Crawm. If you're on the Unika boat here,
that
exactly what you're looking for.
Jesus, I didn't know that normal vacuum. I just thought it was jumping in. Oh, beautiful. Bar slash, keeping the pressure going. Try and get in with the overhead, but not landing it. The gun dipper should be able to whip punish that, and that counter hit, because that is a projectile to whip.
Yep, immediate burst there. From Scissors.
Gun?
Crawm flying around finds another counter hit, and it's going to be hard for this not to be enough. No, I don't think we get there. No.
That's not enough.
Yeah, Andrew with the high guts there. It's going to be really difficult to get that combo, but Crawm made it look doable. Great blocks there, all in the low. Holds on to the meter. Goes to the YRC. Trying to go for the hop right away, but caught with the aerial throw. Deflected away. Stays in, backs off, goes to the JP. What a pickup! Scissors with a very nasty combo PRC. And the parry. No way. Scissors just stole this game. Ties up the set 1-1.
What a calculated robbery. What is it we call that again when we get such a beautiful robbery?
I don't know what the word is.
Oh yeah, I remember. The heist,
lick?
bro. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful heist. No, not a deviant lick. We talked about this, you don't remember?
No, heist.
It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, devious lick, by the way, not deviant.
Yeah, I don't know why you said that, bro.
My bad. My brain is not working at 100% today, nor is it ever, but yeah, I think we're at 20% today.
Oh. You know, I was hearing you talk about your brain, you know, earlier you were like, oh, I really want to do that dumb joke where it's like, where do you work out? And it's like, you know, the library. Have you ever seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Doesn't matter. Crawm takes it. Beautiful. But so far we're holding down the neutral. Try to keep it cool. Tries to get in, but what a spin to win. Allowing Scissors to get in, get some decent hits, and now they've got the corner unlocked here, allowing for Fujin pressure. A good block from Crawm. Unfortunately, the back row denied it again.
You know, Crawm had a very disheartening last game, and it's nice to see that they're not letting that get to them. They're holding on to their composure, still playing a very solid game. Even as they're behind in this round as well, still playing for their outs, playing for this win.
God damn, Unika normals are very chunky. They reach so damn far, but when they don't work out for you, it is a damn shame. And just like Scissors tied us up this match, it's the third match, and because it's the final round, we're going to see they'll break away, because that could dictate the rest of the set. I don't know if we'll be able to see a game 5 between these two. Oh,
fantastic spin. Great reads all around here from Scissors. Tap 5D. Fast cancel into the red RC. We're going to get a wall break here. Positive bonus geared. Scissors very shortly going to have a bar, and Crawm doesn't look like they're going to have access to a burst this round. Unless they're able to find a couple more hits. Wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Crawm looking very lively in this game. Jumping around, sets up the gun.
Super is there.
Dash in throw. This might be a comeback of Crawm's own.
The parry super's there, though.
Wait, is anybody's game? Landing chance. Stays in. Not ready for the anti-air there. Double gun has to pierce to stay safe. Does a third gunshot. Not going to work out. Scissors. PRC forward. Perfectly timed. Baited. And Scissors goes up 2-1.
Presto, mate. That Fujin looked very active as well. So I think that was a burst safe OS. I think we may see character swap.
Do we spin to win or do we sin to win? Crawm makes the swap over off of Unika onto Sin, and we're going to see what their Sin's all about here. I believe you were the one that sniped it earlier, saw the rating update, saw that they were on Sin, so
yes.
Yeah. We'll check it out right now.
Interesting thing about Sin to win is that sounds like something like a biker gang would have as their slogan, you know?
Yeah.
Sin to win.
Have a crest.
Oi. Oh, yeah, that's
a leather jacket.
You want to start a biker gang?
Ooh. We could.
Whilst
a
we're
huge
yapping
peg
scissors,
on our helmet.
We could, but whilst we're yapping scissors and set point, I think the deciding factor is that even though you went back to your original main, who you're probably more comfortable with, you went to a character that's been around for 2 years, and you can tell from scissors, they are just adamant on what they need to do.
Well, more so than that, I think Scissors is already calibrated on the Angie. My thing is, whenever I swap characters, I need calibration matches to actually like sync up with my character. And I don't know if everyone has that issue, but I could never play at my best right after a hot swap.
Jesus. No, you're absolutely right in that regard. And look at the health. Gets the / Crawm. Getting some decent hits, but unfortunately no confirm. Gets the elk.
Hunt. I can't believe I can't remember a week later. I lose it every time. And then I'm like, why is he stopping here? Oh, okay. Back throw on the super. RC, Wild Assault extension, and Scissors couldn't find it. Blocks the DP, and that is enough. Scissors will take the set 3-1. Losers finals. It's Scissors and Mike Saftig. Another battle of brawlers. A super exciting one. Two super fast-paced players. I mean, this might be a literal 3-game set. This could be a 6-round set. I mean, this could be a 2-minute set if one player just makes the right choices. And we'll find out how Mike Saftig getting really aggressive, ultimately caught by the Fujin, spaced out 6H, knocked down with the overhead. Does it again, this time idea into the reverse maneuver, ready for the reverse anti-air. Scissors looking really solid right now.
Yeah, you know, you should maybe call this one the baccpaBrawl, but real. Ooh, nice. Close latch. That 5D. RC should be able to get the kill here with the meter. Yeah, certainly going to utilize the other bar and just sort of stared at him for that extra point of disrespect, going like, yeah, I'm winning this, you know. So yeah, a little respect to Scissors there. Take the first round, seeming confident against the bruiser that is Mike Saftig. Wait.
Oh, players switch for hits, maybe 6P that gets the hit. Oh, wow. Outspace the DP there. Backstop expecting another DP. Will pay off once again. Jumps in. Safe jump. 6P. Chase the backdash. Fast RC cancel the extension. Car into the super. Scissors will take game number 1.
Scissors certainly looking like the player to beat. They have so much momentum on the side. And as we know, Mike Saftig doesn't really have a second character waiting, so just gonna head straight into. I know they've got a Kai,
do they?
And yeah, we do know they got the secondary, but we're not gonna see it. We're not gonna see it. This is a so bad guy veteran. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think I see Mike Saftig here. I'm expecting to see Soul Bad Guy beginning to end, but you never know what Saftig has in store for us. I'll tell you what, though, Scissors has some great things in store for us. Their offense has been immaculate, doing a great job staying in and even playing the evasive game against a lot of Mike Saftig's aggressive defensive options like the reversals.
Yes, in this corner scenario, the pressure's on, staggering away, getting the close slash, and we're just going with the Fafnir. Jumps in, good tech in the throw, and I'm saying Scissors doing a good job defending against a lot of the staggers, not getting the counter hit yet. Definitely doing an amazing job. It is a bit brutal, because if Mike Saftig gets a good whiff, that's a punish, and that could be death, but Angie is a very tanky fella, so they're going to live.
Oh, wow. I love that play. So Angie, perfect spacing, finds a way in with the fans, but Mike Saftig not going to hold those plus frames, immediately goes for that reversal, steals that round there. And Saftig getting closer to tying up 1-1, stays aggressive, Scissors trapping to the corner, Wild Assault to stay in. Staggers getting FT'd away, but just going to throw in some run-ins there, some micro dashes to keep the pace and keep the pressure onto Angie. Far Slash finally going to win. And so Mike Saftig should be able to cash on some damage or at least force the burst out. And Scissors will end up giving up that burst.
Like, hey, beautiful. Oh, the knockdown. This is very nice. Mike Saftig uses the meter for the pickup, but unfortunately not going to get the kill. But the YRC bait certainly going to do it. Mike Saftig with the clean hit. Tyler and Rave. It's going to be able to tie us 1-1 in this set. The battle, the bruisers, the spin to win versus the
punch.
The punches and bunches.
Punches and bunches.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else. That's the only thing I came in mind.
Or bunches of punches.
Bunches of punches, yeah. Oh god, I was just had a really funny thought. You know that new Donkey Kong?
Yep.
Replace it with Soul Badguy. Boom. Everyone would play that if you're an anime fan. Telling you, amazing game.
You think so?
Yeah, imagine just playing Soul Badguy and just punching buildings for fun.
I feel like there's got to be a character that's more suited to replace DK.
Well, obviously,
I think May
right?
would make more sense.
Well, Potamkin would make more sense, but Soul Badguy is the main guy, you know what I mean?
May is a pickaxe.
Wait. Oh, then she should be in Minecraft then, shouldn't she?
You're right. That's the crossover we need.
Totsugeki! Oh, what a sex being to the decent pickup here. And just like that, we're staggering 2K2D. Good spin! Able to power for the far slash, just like you got a corner. It makes Saftig needs to kind of guess their way out. Not going to use a DP. Waits for the opportunity. That 5H brings you right down to earth. And Scissors kills here with the bar. And then the additional bar on top. That is a death. That's 2-1 to Scissors.
God. This looks like it hurts.
Does. Like, just getting sliced up while getting beaten down seems rough.
That would actually be a rough Friday night for me. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah, that means for someone else it's a great Friday night. That's all.
That would be a low light for the week. Absolutely. We're going to need a fish in. Stay in there. Whoa, that was super greedy, but absolutely going to pay off. Saftig get some good damage there. 6S. Counter hit once again, and God, that was 2 hits. And you're dead in the third. Bye-bye.
That's rough. That was a very rough round. But you know what makes Saftig needs to start the comeback, and there's no better way of starting it but with violence, right? And now Demon Saftig, he's definitely turned up a little bit. He's got some decent momentum, but Scissors stole it back. Good jump out the corner. Goes for the jump in, but a nice punish with the spin into the fish and the DP to deny the offense. Scissors got a bar. Certainly use it on offense.
Great defense. Oh, the dash block perfectly timed. I thought maybe they'd throw the spin there, but wasn't ready for it. Already committed to the close slash. And so, you're right back where we started here. Scissors with another turn. Saftig gives up the burst. Cop of the low. That's the round. Scissors is now on set point. A must-win round here for Saftig. Either force the game 5 or get eliminated from the tournament.
Ooh. Firefly. Beautiful. Able to chase in, went for the 5H, not going to knock him at the sky, but that spent the win, certainly going to put in the work. The DP to deny you yet again. And now we're just holding on to that space. Trying to approach, has the bar. How will Scissors use it? We haven't really seen a parry super so far. And now I'm thinking it's a great time to potentially throw out one after this type of combo. But again, holding on to it.
Knockdown. Same with the overhead there. Challenge over the 6H, not going to work. First given up. Goes to the low. Same with the PRC. Low. Double Fujin. Jumped out. Into the empty Fujin. And the throw. Dash in 2P. Dash in 5D. Great defense from Saftig. Trying to mix in the dash boxes and the fuzzy jumps. Challenge up with the 6H. Able to block in time. Carwell throw into the verse.
Jeez Louise. And one more hit's all his need. But no, the DP not going to be enough to jump in into the meter. You gotta bait the burst again. They want to do it, but a little preemptive on it. There's the burst. Mike Saftig needs 1 hit. Scissors needs a 1 hit, but Mike gets it. Tying us here. 2-2, and this is going to be a hell of a losers finals ending. I don't know who's going to take it back, but I couldn't guess.
May the best gamer game.
May the best winner win.
We're on the same wavelength here. We are on game number 5. Both players have shown excellent promise throughout the set. 2 obviously established baccpaBrawlers. 2 players who are previous champions. 2 fantastic Guilty Gear strivers. Winner will take on the Venom. It's Mike Saftig, who strikes first, has Angie trapped in the corner without a burst, but challenged out perfectly. Scissors, definitely still alive in this round.
Oh, and with the wall break, the boot, everything, certainly going in Scissors' favor, but the health is still tied up. Someone needs to get a decent hit breakaway. The JK was going to do it, but the far slash ends up denying it. Good backdash on the wild throw, and you've got no burst, meaning this is all but guaranteed. And Scissors, with the full meter dumpage, gets the kill. This is set point for the spin to win.
This wouldn't be the first time, though. Mike Saftig has clutched up before. Can they do it again? Early knockdown. Scissors trapped in the corner.
Yeet.
Holds the throw. And mashes out of the shimmy. Backs off. Very respective of potential reversals here from Mike Saftig. ID out. Reverse XP. Catches PRC forward. That is a close slash starter. You got to give it this burst here. You do not want to hold on to this damage. However, not having that burst in the final round could be a little rough. I mean, the round is still winnable. The round is definitely winnable. So I don't think you want to give up a winnable situation.
Yeah, but Mike is giving up burst. That means if you steal momentum, you can hold on to it for a good bit of time.
Wow.
But Mike, able to get the kill. I didn't think that combo was going to kill. I thought the Angie Guts was going to kick in, and baccpack. Let the folks at home know what we got here.
We got what this set deserved from the very beginning. It is a final game, final round. The old double Luigi. Whoever takes this round will move on to grand finals and fight Venom.
Ooh, yeah. Keeping it cool. 2K2D. And so far in terms of the health deficit, Scissors does have the advantage. And quite the losers run Scissors had. So they're probably coming into this expecting that they'll get the opportunity to fight Joe Brownie again. But Mike Saftig, with the wall break, is trying to deny that dream. They want a shot at Venom. Yeah, again, that's a good jump in. Pressure started, but a good denial with the 2P rushing in. What JD? Yeah,
that was gross. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a full combo off that, but at the very least, you're sending a message. I'm ready for those air-to-airs. Shimmy out, close slash, dash in, throw. Max after the 2 bars, you got to expect to do something. Super will connect as the second bar for the side swap combo, and Scissors had to give up that burst. Did not want to die. Oh, wow. Ooh. What a challenge on the raw fortune from downtown. Mike Saftig had the read and was ready to close it out with the far slash. Mike Saftig takes the set 3-2.
Heading into our last set of tonight. Could potentially see a reset. Who knows? Grand finals. We have Joe Brownie, the Venom. Insane it is to say, we haven't seen a Venom anywhere. It doesn't matter what bracket you look at, it's ridiculous. Up against Demon Saftig, who's had quite the run. Looking forward to the run back, as we can tell from the damage that's already dealt, makes Saftig in the lead. But this is going to be a hell of a set, baccpack.
Today we're going to find out, is Venom tournament viable?
Yosh.
That's probably going to be
already in grand finals,
YouTube,
to be fair.
That's going to be the YouTube title, probably. A very fantastic burst. Oh, that was actually a very terrible burst. I did not think that was going to keep out. Yeah, no, the super stayed out despite the burst there, and it seemed it was entirely a trap. Joe Brownie steals that first round.
That's insanity, because I don't think any other super gets to stay there and punish the burst on hit. That's something that Ram Swords did during season 4 launch, and people said that was a bug in Bad. That's all I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Already trying to get Venom nerfed, by the way.
I'm not trying to get Venom nerfed.
I'm just saying that grand finals and Panda's through with it.
I'm not dissing. I'm saying that is an insane strength to have. That is all. Oh, but Demon Saftig living up to the name. A ton of damage has been dealt yet again. But here we go. A turnabout from Joe Brownie could potentially do it again, like we saw in the previous round, and just runs the offense. Has 2 bars to work with. Uses it for that 5D. Could cash out the super again, but opts not to. And here we go. This is clever. They've got 2 bars. They've set up the... Oh, wait, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Pogo combo!
Yeah, I think that might be a dead Joe Brownie. Unfortunately, the spacing not going to work out, though. Joe Brownie's one more chance and did not have to give the burst to do it. Nice chase in the backdash there. Has the pool ball set up. Ready for the reverse landing there. Far slash starter. Playing for the win to close it out right here. But the DP taps to the back end and forces a final round for game number 1. Keep in mind, we're in the first set. So Mike Saftig is actually going to have to win 2 sets to take this tournament home. That's because they're coming from loser's side. Joe Brownie has not dropped the set tonight.
Jesus. And it's very cool to see some very high-level Venom gameplay. You don't get to see this too often. And Joe Brownie, or at all. And Joe Brownie, who's usually on the Jackal, is kind of playing the character super naturally. Like, they've been playing it for years. Unfortunately,
I mean, the parallels, Jacko and Venom, I mean, it makes sense. We had people in the chat earlier saying it had to be a Jacko player because no one else is going to play this character.
That's true. That's true. Oh, went for the command grab, but good jump out from Mike Saftig. Able to get full. Oh, you're dead. Oh, but it dropped.
Wait, a little drop opportunity. Joe Brownie set it up, unfortunately caught on the slide, and Mike Saftig going to make this hurt. That is the round. Mike Saftig will strike first, takes game number 1.
That's disrespectful, so Badguy. Are you guys out there trying not to laugh? That's crazy. Something I want to note about Venom as well. Charged input character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. There's no charged input zoner in the game anymore. You know, it used to be Big Man Axel, but that is a quarter circle now. Oh, failed to rematch.
We might be seeing the swap. On to game number 2, it was a false alarm. Joe Brownie will be sticking with the Venom. Just had a timeout in the character select there. And very nice shimmy there on the throw, and a fantastic burst bait as well. This round is going to be over in the blink of an eye as Mike Saftig finds an early wall break and successfully gets the resources out of Joe Brownie.
Yeet! Oh my god. That killed. Usually with a character with a wee bit of guts there, I think would live off of a tiny bit of health. I'm going to show you that Venom, not exactly in the healthy side of the roster. What a bombo from Mike Saftig, but no clean hit on that Volcanic Viper. Meaning, you have to reset.
Something has awoken in Mike Saftig. They will not lose to Venom. They're going to force the character swap. Force this to be a Soul Badguy versus Jacko. We'll see how Joe Brownie responds, though.
I want to fight my wife. Oh, jeez. Oh, that is kind of raw, I'm not going to lie.
I don't even know how Mike Saftig traded there. But that game ended in about 2.5 seconds. And we will be seeing an immediate rematch, sticking with the Venom, game number 3.
You have to admit how raw that was, though. Just a run up and jumps over the ball. The Markiplier punch is kind of crazy.
The Markiplier punch?
Oh, you don't know? I'm going to send you a gift. All right, but beautiful Tyrant Rave. So much damage has been dealt.
I'm missing some context here, unfortunately.
That should be enough to kill again. Oh, but drops it. There you go.
I'm looking for a punch that makes you go, oh, no, Markiplier.
Wait. Bar slash. Try to keep it cool. Looking for the approach, but the health is so minuscule, and that's a good punish. That's going to allow Joe Brownie to get in and set up the pressure. He's seen the Markiplier punch now.
I saw the Markiplier punch. Okay, that's respectful. PRC into the gun flame. And that whiff immediately responded with the punish in the 6H. Mike Saftig 1 round away from resetting the bracket.
What, 2P check though. The stingers. Try to play it cool. Bar slash into the stinger, but a couple of IBs there, pretty good from Mike Saftig, even though they are losing health and positioning, and it's not working out for them. They get a wee bit of meter off that, so there is a bit of a positive trade. Wait.
Mike Saftig legitimately is holding W, just consistently moving forward into the opponent, and the aggression is absolutely working. Joe Brownie finally finding a timing, stops the approach, immediately goes into the super, has some time to recollect here.
Reset!
Now, pick it up! Not enough.
Not enough. Aye, that is wild.
Cool situation, though.
Oh, it is. You know how that super works, aye? Wait.
I mean, set play-ish? Nope.
So basically...
That is...
Not dead.
Yeah. Oh no! Jumped the ID into the empty gold burst, and that is enough. Mike Saftig will take the set 3-0 in the blink of an eye, forces
reset.
The reset.
So yeah, how does super work? Character swap, never mind. Ooh, heading back into it. Grand finals reset. And would you look at that? We gotta bring out the domestic, right? We've got Joe Brownie.
Oh.
Yeah, on wife, right? On Jackal. Memory wasn't helping me there. After seeing a bit of Venom, it's been great and all, but going back to the main is certainly the way to go. Mike Saftig, considering Mike Saftig, as his name says, is a demon, right? And you kind of need to mix up the game plan a little bit, go to a stronger character, and Jackal is certainly that stronger character.
Yeah, obviously, this is Joe Brownie's main. Tried to get it done with the Venom, committed to it for the full set, but Mike Saftig's aggression just made it too difficult. Didn't exactly have that game plan fully fleshed out, and so they're going to move on over and test their luck on the Jacko, which Joe Brownie, if you've never seen before, their Jacko is such a pleasure to watch. I mean, truly phenomenal play.
Oh, Jesus. The patience. Hey, gets a clean hit. The full screen Fafnir, that was Dash Carol, gets the wild throw. He should be able to get the kill on Demon Saftig. Mike Saftig, and he stopped calling him Demon until he does Demon time things. And take the first round.
Mike Saftig is always on Demon time here. I think it's, you can always call him Demon Saftig. It makes sense.
It does. It just does.
Challenge out with the 2P, unfortunately no follow-up, and Mike Saftig stays aggressive, dash and far slash, dash and close slash whip. Oh no, not the feint, cancels into the throws. Fafnir got to the back dash, into the super, and you're dead.
Ugh. That was quite the round from Mike Saftig. Gonna be taking that and looking like a monster.
Not over though. I actually don't count Joe Brownie out whatsoever right now.
Never
Once again,
Joe Brownie.
Swapping characters, calibration dips, okay? In my head, it's just the calibration dip. But more importantly, Joe Brownie, yeah, they didn't have many opportunities that game, but they're going to have many moving forward. That was just an excellent situation there for Mike Saftig, who finds the hit at the very top, able to get the wall break, and with the positive bonus, it's going to be a very tough situation for Joe Brownie. Tries to get aggressive with the 5K, sets up the minions, sets up the clap as well, denies the jump. The minions are all behind though. How are you going to deal with it? Tries to run back and kick him forward, but Mike Saftig caught the play immediately, got aggressive, takes the round.
Very good run indeed. Oh, the little bit of the punish far slash full pickup unfortunately dropped. Does have the corner, but a good jump out from Joe Brownie's allowed them to get that screen advantage. It's all about running it with the minions. They got 2, they got 3, and now 1's gone, 2's gone, 3's dead. And just like that, Demon Saftig is back on to try to get the pressure going. Has the bar, but what a GS from Joe Brownie. And we're kind of neck and neck on the health.
DRC into the overhead. Tries to back off, but continuously chasing. This time it's going to be the super. You are going to catch that as well, Mike. Jumps in. FDs into the backdash. Minions will chase that backdash, but you're not going to get much going here. Right now, you're just looking for chip damage to try to get Mike Saftig closer and closer to death. It's going to be super difficult. Mike Saftig not making it easy. He's going to go for the reversal.
Boy, gets in. Markiplier punches his way in. No, backpack gets a joke. It makes sense. It just makes sense. Oh, yeah. The minions certainly putting in the work, allowing for the approach. That's a GS, and edit. Mike Saftig is still to drop a game. This is 5 wins in a row, and Joe Brownie is facing tournament elimination for the final match for Mike Saftig to take the tournament. This is looking mad, backpack. This is looking insane.
Let this be known.
Oh.
It was Joe Brownie who eliminated Mike Saftig in winners finals 3-1. We saw it live on stream. And we're seeing a completely different beast right now here for Mike Saftig.
You let it be known, and now it is known that this man is a force of nature. And they're getting closer and closer to the win. Ooh, clean hit. Nice sandwich as well. Able to get the corner again. Able to set up the pressure, but you gotta be able to keep him locked in. And we've seen Mike defend this on multiple occasions, but not this time. getting caught here and there.
2K2D jumps back in. 5P, 2B staggers out. Double backdash. Tries into the mini, but Mike Saftig is jumping over it. This time has to respect the claps. But the offense actually not going to be too strong here from Joe Brownie. That's the commit meter, which they do to stay in. Mike Saftig finally in the corner, but backdashes perfectly in the 5H, stays in. 2K staggers into the 2D, finds the hard knockdown, building the risk here on Joe Brownie, who backs off, sets the projectile, sets up the minion, perfectly timed shield.
Oh, Jesus. Patience, oi! Clean clap, and with the super confirm, able to get the follow-up and follow-up clap, I guess, is the way to put it. And that was very nice.
The super confirm is super interesting there. How you get the time freeze into the second clap. Like,
yeah.
That kind of breaks the rules of the game a little bit.
It does. Kind of like Happy Chaos. He has one as well with the Brain Blast, you know?
Yeah.
Oi. Nice backing up. Good bar slash, I like that. A little bit of a shimmy play, move back, make it whiff, get the punish, and just let your back in. Staggering away with Le Mignon, but the YRC denying, and just that makes Saftig fights back, and the damage difference is too insane. Whenever Mike hits, it is a freight train. Oh.
Baited? It was baited, wow. And you gotta let this round go. Mike Saftig is now on tournament point with the sole bad guy.
Insane. It's been a while since we've seen Mike come back, and usually when they do a comeback, it's like a loser side run. They gotta play their heart out. Today, they have been dominating.
Yeah, but again, besides the one set that they dropped to Joe Brownie, but obviously, Mike Saftig came back with a vengeance. Joe Brownie, though, not out just yet. Tap 5D blocking the sky. Didn't even have to hold that high-low. We have a string here to build some risk, or at least force out the meter. Mike Saftig gives neither, but is on low HP from getting opened up.
Too many start to come back for Joe Brownie, but that is a far slash counter hit. Oh, thank God you don't get loops off that anymore, because you are dead. You are actually just
shut
dead.
It down. Obviously, Joe Brownie does have that burst. Jumping around, ultimately got with the minion. Joe Brownie gets on the board. This will not be a 6-0 for Mike Saftig.
Oh, it is getting more and more tense as the set goes on.
Calibration, man, I'm telling you.
Calibration is a massive factor for people stepping up and just becoming a monster.
We're calibrated.
Oh.
We're calibrated. I'm telling you, we're calibrated. Mike Saftig gets the hit, sending Joe Brownie to the corner. Fafnir, top of the low, cross up, overhead. Nice pickup. No opportunity for burst either. Mike Saftig going to get thrown through this wall. Has a ton of meter, though, for the rest of this round.
Nice, the approach. Staggering. Veneer.
Was
that Carrot Tyrant Rave?
Yeah, it was. And the super jump out of block stun made that option really terrible for Mike Saftig.
I had no idea you could carry that. And what's even the input? This is
the misinput there on the throw. And so Joe Brownie with reversal into the super. That is the round. Joe Brownie definitely alive now after that one.
Yeah, you put it best. This is the calibration. This is the absolute calibration. Ooh, I like that. The little runaway. Sometimes that's the place. You don't need engage. Engage another day.
Uh-oh. Just jumped into the corner. Put yourself into the corner against Mike. That's a very scary situation. Sets up the bubbles. Not going to work this time. Raw DP. Pun it. Whoa. That combo?
Nah, that's clever. It didn't combo. It did not combo because the counter went back to 0. It was a clever decision to make because you're able to set up a reset, so it makes Saftig's blocking low. And burst bait. And burst bait as well. I didn't even think about that. And positioning. Oh my god, so much was smart about that. Oh, good clap. Opting for maybe another clap play. Looking to hold down the corner, but able to punch their way out. Mike Saftig is looking to try get in. The JD gonna get with punish, but the burst to keep themselves alive, and that's a nasty Fafnir. And because it's a counter hit, that's a pickup.
Nice hit with the Bandit Bringer. Low slash OTG. Tries to go for the 2K. Burst it out. Sets the minions. Joe Brownie one round away from forcing the game number 5, and that is it! This Grand Finals is going the distance. Grand Finals reset. Game number 5. Joe Brownie had a really rough start, losing 5 in a row, but now has a reverse sweep on the table.
Oh god, nice. Backing up, holding the ground. Solid minion play so far. They did lose a bit of health, and Mike Saftig is looking for an opportunity to approach. And the minions have certainly been a factor, but they're gone. Allow me to jump in, but a good clap to keep him sandwiched, keep him guessing that he should even approach. And there's a lot of patient play from Mike. He's not 100% confident on just making the rush down right now. And I kind of like that, because as soon as he does, I think he's going to get a clean hit.
Joe Brownie holding the momentum. PRC forward, it was a little too early, but wow. The PRC in the air led to an empty land back throw, and now Jacko trapped in the corner. Doesn't really have a lot going on. That was kind of a brilliant play by Mike Saftig. That it was a very interesting scramble situation. What a chase in the backdash, and Mike Saftig's going to steal around, but no, drops it. Stays alive. Empty hop. Knockdown. Avoided, jumps over, and it's going to be a trade. Mike Saftig strikes first in game number 5. Is now on tournament point once again.
What? That was insane. Set point here for me. I don't know how it's going to play out, but certainly looking for an opportunity to get in. And again, more patient play. But that time, that was a 6-8 does connect, but no combo because of the distancing. You got the peak distance of 6-8. You never see that. You never see that.
Mike Saftig just confidently jumps out of the corner, ending Joe Brownie's turn on site. Minion is between them, but we're not going to see shield, not going to see a clap. Just bashes right through him. Mike Saftig. I'm not sure if they recover in time to punish the super. Looks like they do, though, with a close side starter. Into the meter person. Is baited by the RC.
Oh, no.
Oh. It's not enough!
Hey.
Joe Brownie, last chance, but makes the grave error of going for the fuzzy backdash against the close slash staggers. Mike Saftig is your baccpaBrawl 159 champion. What a run. Wins the run back, takes the tournament from loser's side.